But it keeps flopping. I think I got it once. But if you don't, might get knocked.
Waiting for, he was in the office a week ago, a week and a half ago. And, he, was looking up some information on the printer we currently have and was going to talk to the people. And the bills, he had to order some printer. So what they had on the board was orders. And they were one.
Oh, I know.
Okay, everyone, and it's 7:00, 7:01. And, welcome everyone, welcome. We have a regular meeting for May 27, 2025. We will do the Pledge of Allegiance and then the regular meeting minutes.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Council, you have the May 13th, 2025 regular meeting minutes before you. Any corrections, additions?
correction. It states that the rate increase is supposed to begin in the beginning of 2026, and that's not what I said. I said to revisit it at the end of the year.
Okay, where are you?
Where it says Councilperson Canada has made a friendly amendment suggesting that the water rate not be raised until the beginning of 2026. I can't compare to you guys.
Water rate.
So you wanted to say the water rate be talked about at the beginning of 2026?
Revisit it, yes.
Item B of unfinished business.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Make a motion to accept with the correction.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded to approve the May 13th regular meeting minutes with the corrections. All in favor, say aye. And any opposed? Motion carries. All right, council, would like to amend the agenda to add to the unfinished business D, liquor license. No one objects, we'll move on.
Item A, it says Jason Sanger's statement, can't that be addressed during public comment time?
He wanted to be on the agenda because he's got more information from RCAC that he expressed that he wanted to let it be presented to the council.
About,
So the RCAC rate study, is that the rate study? Rate study. And with that, opening the door, we will go to the item A, Mr. Sanger. You've got more information, some extra calculations you wanted to present.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen of the council, I have asked Mayor Bell to put me on the agenda. I don't plan on taking much time. In fact, I'm going to put a timer on my phone here if I can afford to find it. And I'm going to give myself 10 minutes if that's agreeable. Okay. I'm going to start the timer right now. To the honorable council members, mayor, town clerk, and members of the public. This report has been prepared to summarize the town of Lynn's water rate study conducted in alignment with guidance from the Rural Community Assistance Corporation, or RCAC, and industry best practices. It reflects careful analysis, community priorities, and a deep personal commitment to the long-term well-being of our town. As someone who grew up in Lynn, I have firsthand experience with the value of dependable infrastructure. This summer, my wife and I are expecting our first child. We plan to raise our son here in Lynn, and it is my sincere hope that he will benefit from the same reliable public services that shaped my upbringing, starting with sound water infrastructure. Our town has long managed to provide high-quality utility services at a very low cost. However, in recent years, operational costs, inflation, and capital improvement needs have outpaced revenues. Recognizing this, and with the support of RCAC's technical assistance, I conducted a comprehensive review of our rate structure. While the council's decision to maintain the current base rate of $68.50 and reduce the monthly allotment to 1,000 cubic feet starting October 1, 2025, may be intended to lessen the immediate financial impact on residents, this approach is ultimately not feasible for sustaining the health of Lynn's water utility. The proposal does not reflect the actual cost of delivering water service, especially considering that more than 85% of system costs are fixed, such as personnel, insurance, debt service, and essential maintenance that do not fluctuate with usage. Furthermore, the council has indicated the desire to wait and see how residents respond to this plan before making further adjustments. While well-intentioned, this kind of delay-oriented strategy places the system at a greater financial risk. Postponing necessary rate adjustments means missed opportunities to build operating revenues, qualify for external funding, and prepare for known infrastructure needs. It also increases the likelihood of having to make larger, more disruptive rate changes in the future. Reducing the allotment without a corresponding increase in the base rate does not generate the revenue required to keep the system stable. It places undue reliance on overage charges, which can be inconsistent and difficult to forecast. A comprehensive phased rate adjustment based on the cost of service principles is not only more sustainable, but also more transparent and fair to all users. In short, Lynn cannot afford to wait and see. Responsible utility management requires proactive planning, not reactive measures. Making small, predictable adjustments now is far better than facing sudden, steep increases later. Conducting our own median household income, or MHI, study might seem like a straightforward solution, but it requires significant resources that are not easily available to small towns like ours. A formal income study involves hiring outside consultants, dedicating staff time, and collecting data through surveys or system audits, all of which come at a cost. Additionally, income surveys often require a high level of community participation to be valid, and achieving the necessary response rate can be especially challenging in a small rural community. Conducting an MIH survey will not be beneficial unless the town's income is significantly lower than the county's. If the survey shows a higher median household income, we may be less likely to secure funding. Without broad engagement, the result risks being rejected by funding agencies or deemed statistically unreliable. Given these constraints, it is more practically and fiscally responsible to use existing data sources, like the United States Census and the American Community Survey, and rely on guidance from established technical assistance providers like RCAC, whose recommendations are already tailored to towns like ours. I've anchored my analysis to these data points. Number one, the median household income for Adams County in Washington is $64,498, according to the United States Census American Community Survey. This figure is what RCAC used in its water rate study results. The actual median household income for the town of Lynn, according to the 2020 United States Census, is $71,250. RCAC has advised that the Adams County median household income rate of $64,498 is acceptable for Washington state funding programs when determining the affordability threshold of 2%. Water rate affordability is typically measured as a percentage of median household income. Most federal and state agencies, including the Washington State Department of Health, Ecology, the United States Department of Agriculture and Rural Development, and RCAC, use a benchmark of 2% of MHI as the upper limit of what is considered affordable. However, a rate burden that falls between 1.5 and 2.2% is widely recognized as the range that demonstrates financial strain and can qualify a community for grants, loan forgiveness, and subsidized interest rates. By targeting 1.8% of median household income, the town of Lynn's proposed rate structure remains under the affordability ceiling while positioning the town to maximize eligibility for critical infrastructure funding. This level reflects both a responsible approach to resident affordability and a compelling case for external financial support. The town's current base rate is $68.50 per month with a 1,200 cubic foot allotment. After reviewing our metering limitations, the radio ones versus the ones that have to be manually read, and funding eligibility needs, the plan moving forward includes the following. A reduction of the monthly allotment to 700 cubic feet, a level more aligned with average usage and industry benchmarks. A gradual increase, that was number one. Number two, a gradual increase in the base rate over 2 years from $68.50 to $98.50. Number three, an overage charge of 1 cent per cubic foot for all the usage beyond the 700 cubic foot allotment. And number four, overage charge rates increase to 2 cents when a user reaches 8,000 plus cubic feet per month instead of the current 10,000 cubic feet, and refer to Town Ordinance 23-05 for that. This adjustment schedule results in an annual cost per user of $1,182, which is 1.83% of Adams County median household income, keeping us well within recognized affordability standard range of 1.5% to 2%. The town of Lynn is actively developing its capital improvement planning documents to address critical water infrastructure upgrades. The Lynn Capital Projects document, which was written by Curtis and Keller and Associates, outlines anticipated investments in pipelines, facilities, and system reliability. The new rate structure will help us qualify for grant and loan funding that often requires a demonstration of a sustainable, affordability-aligned rate model. I fully understand, please, I fully understand that any increase in water rates will be difficult for many residents, especially those living on a fixed income. Change is never easy, particularly when it affects monthly household budgets. However, this adjustment is not being proposed lightly. It is a necessary step to ensure the long-term health of our water system and to protect our town's ability to access future funding. Delaying action would only increase the financial burden down the road. This plan is designed to be as gradual and fair as possible, keeping us within recognized affordability standards while preserving the essential services that our residents depend on every day. The need for action is not abstract or far off, it is immediate. Delaying rate adjustments any further would not only undermine our ability to maintain the system, but also jeopardize future funding opportunities. We cannot afford to wait another 10, 20, or 30 years. Infrastructure does not improve with time, it deteriorates. Each year of inaction compounds the challenges and increases the cost of eventual repairs and upgrades. Now is the time to make deliberate, responsible decisions that reflect our duty to safeguard Lynn's future. This proposed plan balances fiscal responsibility, operational necessity, and community well-being. It prepares us to meet the infrastructure demands of today and tomorrow while remaining sensitive to household affordability. More importantly, it reflects a long-term vision of Lynn as a place where the next generation, my son included, can grow up with the same level of reliability, pride, and opportunity that we have all valued. Thank you for your time, your leadership, and your commitment to the future of our town. At this point, I believe it's really important that the council, mayor, and members of the public have adequate time to review this, and I stopped my timer as well, and reflect on this summary before engaging in any further discussion. And if any of you in this room want a copy of my proposal, I will be emailing it to Barbara, and you can obtain it through the town clerk's office. So I went a little past, so thank you.
Thank you.
And
Okay, with that consideration, what is next on the agenda is something for you, council, to propose, look at, decide. Green. Ordinance 2503. October 1st, 2025, the town of Lynn shall decrease the basic monthly water service allowance from 1,200 cubic feet to 1,000 cubic feet per month. For monthly billings, the water service charge shall be in accordance with the following. Basic monthly water service charge. The basic monthly charge shall include up to 1,000 cubic feet of water per month, in addition to the base service charge as set forth in ordinance 2303, as presently constituted and hereafter amended or modified. Users shall also pay the following water use charge. For water delivered based upon monthly meter readings, 1 cent per cubic foot from 1,000 cubic feet to 1,500 cubic feet. 2 cents per cubic foot over 1,500 cubic feet.
What did that say before?
1,200 to,
I think it said
It was
10,000.
10,000.
yeah, it was the other numbers when it was,
So you changed this like quite a bit, right?
because we were lowering the cubic feet, so we had to lower the overage amounts because of it was a penny per 1,200 cubic feet to 10,000 cubic feet. And 2 cents
changed
per
it from
10,000.
10,000 to 1,500.
Just discussion.
I don't know why it wouldn't be for every 1,000 cubic foot over the allotment to raise it another penny.
It's the overage charge.
That's what I'm saying, is the overage charge. So, for example, what I'm saying is the allotment's 1,000, anything over 1,000 to 2,000 cubic foot usage would be 1 penny. Anything 2,000 to 3,000 would be 2 cents per cubic foot, and then so on and so on. 1 cent increments per 1,000 cubic foot over. Because then that would, if somebody was using massive amounts of water for whatever reason, that would be, kind of save on, give us more money because it's more per cubic foot, more usage you have.
So you're talking the school district, which will hurt them. You're also talking the
I
Park
think
and
that we
Rec.
could also make a,
Park and Rec that just.
we could also
built
make
pool.
what's the word I'm looking for? An arrangement where, like, the schools, things like that are a different rate, a different allotment, because obviously, like, the schools are gonna use way more water than a household is.
I can't change the allotments for different accounts in the system. It's one allotment for everybody.
And that's not by the pipe size.
I don't see that.
That's the base number,
That's the base.
but not the overage.
Oh, so it's the overage is like the same for everybody. Okay, got it.
This paragraph is just the overages.
The allotment is the same, the base allotment is the same for every pipe size. They're just charged differently based on the pipe size.
Okay.
So, the different pipe sizes, give more water faster. And so they're charged differently accordingly. So like the school has bigger pipes, so they're charged a different rate because of the size of their pipe.
And the meter that we have to replace from time to time, the maintenance on a larger size equipment.
What I'm basically saying is, so for the schools, basically, that they would be allowed to have a higher allotment rate.
But I can't do that.
There's
in
no
this.
way possible at all to, I don't see why that's impossible.
You can call Jason, whatever his last name is, with Springbrook, and ask him how to do that. I can't do that myself.
Well, I'm sure it's not impossible.
Yeah, but then you'd be giving all different people different prices, and people say, well,
Well,
that's.
I'm not saying different people, I'm saying a residential house or business is one rate, and then for schools, I mean, that's the future of our children. You know, you can't basically raise their rates so high, because basically the amount that we're changing to, they're gonna pay so much more. I'm saying, try to keep it affordable where the schools can afford it, and it's not gonna take away from the schooling and the money that goes to educating the children.
That's a separate bucket. But, just remember that the town of Lynn is in business. This is their business.
Yes.
To provide that service.
Yeah.
And the town of Lynn, in order to provide that service, has to do the maintenance, the servicing, the repairs, all that. So just keep that in mind.
Well, within town, not on school property.
No,
No,
we have to replace the meters and
Yeah.
anything that's leaking on our side. You know, the town
Yeah.
side.
it's the business of the town, yes.
A couple of meetings ago, was it not brought up that the school itself has multiple meters?
Tons.
So
And don't they get funding for
what
that?
are the odds of, like,
Not
if
like
it
that.
was all on
Not
one
even
meter, I
just
can see
water.
it going like atrociously over. But if they have, like, different areas of the school are metered separately,
Playgrounds, football
Right.
field, the front lawns,
those obviously, I mean, you're watering, so those are gonna be.
yeah, toilets inside rooms. So.
They have over 10,
That's,
they have over 10 accounts, and each account has the allotment.
yeah, each
So-
account, each of those, they have to pay the, we'll just say 68.50, what is it?
71.
71. So that they pay that times the 10, and then they pay for all the water they use.
And with that thought, they get 10 times the allotment.
That anybody else.
Not all
Well, it's
accounts
because they're
go
paying
over.
for 10
Yeah.
accounts.
But
They get the allotment that you're thinking because they have so many accounts.
yeah.
So, okay. Yeah, that's what I'm just saying, is just so that it's not so hard on the schools, but I do believe that they get funding for
But
water.
it is
From
in
the state.
the budget. Jim said it was in the budget.
Yeah.
They figured that in. So, council, this is given to you ahead of time here so that discussion can be done, taking in consideration what Mr. Sanger, gave you food for thought, his conversations with, Tricia, or,
Yes, I had, Ms. Kent, she helped me, she proofread my report and went over it and said it was sound. So, yes, I did consult with RCAC, Tricia was one, and, Jean, I think was the other guy, I think that was her name, I'm sorry, I forgot that one. But Tricia, for sure, I spoke with on the phone and emailed her a copy of this, and she went over it and said it was sound.
I'd like to read it. You know, just to study it a little bit.
Barbara will have a copy of it tomorrow.
okay, so, true or false? Section 1.1.2, any part of that want to bump it down from 1,200, which it is now, down to 800.
No,
Want to bump it down from 12 to 700. The motion was 1,200 cubic feet to 1,000 cubic feet. So that right there, that's what you had said.
it's not even the average daily use for the United States River, let's say. Right now, it's just barely under, and going down below.
So the middle part of this ordinance language is still, you want to digest.
Because we didn't even talk about it.
No, that's why I threw it out there so that you would.
Yeah, and this one basically, right here, it says 1 cent per cubic foot from 1,000 to 1,500, you know.
That's
Even
the
going
new
500 cubic foot increments and raising it a penny each one. I don't really think that people are gonna use that much overage where they're gonna get into that high amounts. But, you know, like Jamie was first concerned with for the schools. But like you say, we're a business, you know, that's one of our main sources of income. That wouldn't necessarily hurt the community members, and that's more what I'm concerned about is, as far as the census goes, 2020, like, everybody knows that the majority of people do not fill out censuses, and they base it off of the number of people that turn in the census paperwork. It's not on factual evidence, it's just the portion that they get. And the fact is that I can guarantee that the average income in Lynn is not 75,000, 71,000, or even 64,000.
But if it's too low, then it's going to show that, to the higher ups that we can't afford to pay any loans at all, or any back.
That allows us to get more grants.
Or
Maybe,
systems.
maybe not.
No, that's exactly what they said, is that it would allow us to lower your income, your average income for your town allows for more grants.
It affects the percentage.
You probably wouldn't be able to get loans as easy, but we're not.
Oh, they want
Loans
to
can go
give you
drop it
loans.
Well, if you don't
Once
have,
you
if your
borrow.
annual income's not very high, they're not gonna give you a huge loan that they know that your town's not gonna be able to pay back.
It goes teeter-totter both
Yeah.
ways.
So when we were given that proposal for the $2 million loan, what were the payments done on that? You remember?
I don't recall that, because it never went that far.
Well, they should give you an amortization
No,
schedule to tell you, like, if you do it for 30 years, if you do it for 40.
no, they did not do that.
It shouldn't even been presented without at least that kind of knowledge. If we have any other offers, we should know in advance what the payments are going to be.
The $1.3 million one, if I remember correctly, was going to raise everybody's rates $30 a month.
No, that was their wish. That was the process of, if this happens,
Right.
will you, the town of Lynn,
Right.
be in 5 years up, increasing $30 on your rate?
Is there anything else on this document that is
Change? No. The dates, but
Yeah, I just need that.
the middle part there, but we need this to be done, finalized for your date that you had, in October, which you had said. So it's just thrown out there. Okay, so any other discussion? All right, so council, resolution 2503, it is blue. Resolution.
Okay.
Got it. Okay, 2503. This is for salaries of the following appointed officers and employees be set as herein noted and be retroactive starting May 1st, 2025. This is to update new hire and also to consider the pay raise that was first suggested last August. And you had said that you would revisit it in October for the position number 1. And it never came back around.
So I need clarification, the It's retroactive starting May 1st is because we hired a new employee in May.
What were the old amounts?
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Position 1, $17.03.
And position 2 is the.
The position 2 was $20, but that is where, I put in, Alex at 18. That was advertised and offered. And position 3 is 0, just left that alone because of the second half of the sheet. Position 4 is 22. Yes. So for council's consideration, it would be the focus of position 1 and position 2.
And what is, the other ones, the water distribution manager, mayor, councilman?
That's the same.
Huh?
That's the same.
But it was only 25.
No. After you pay taxes,
Yeah. Yeah, it's gotta kill you. Yeah, just so everybody knows, we make $30 but we spend a lot more time than what we spend here doing research and stuff. So basically working for damn near for free.
The online ordinance still says 25, by the way.
What?
The online ordinance for council members still says 25.
The ordinance? There's an ordinance for council members?
Yeah.
There shouldn't be an ordinance for salaries for council members. Because it's a resolution and resolutions aren't online.
anyway, focus is number 1 and number 2.
So we already agreed to number 2, the 18 members.
Right. Because what's on the books now is position 2, $20. So if you
And
want to
who's that
keep it-
position for? Who holds that position right
If you want to keep it as the previous, then that is where Alex fits in at 20.
now? So you're already talking about giving the new guy that $2 an hour raise.
No,
No, he's the 18.
he was hired at 18,
Okay,
and that's the old person at 20.
is that 20? So Preston,
No.
22. Corey was at 20.
Corey was at 20.
So we agree with number 2, the 18, because we already.
That's, yes, it just has to be in the resolution, to be the update. Because otherwise it's gonna be,
We always have the office substitute at minimum wage.
it is a month. But if we pay someone, then it's whatever the minimum wage is. Right now it is volunteer. But right now we're focusing on 1 and 2.
I think it's really quiet because we have been not treated very respectfully, harassed, argued with, told to shut up by position number one. So I don't think any of us really want to even consider a raise.
That's too bad.
Well, you know, you can only mistreat people so much, and they're not gonna have a heart.
The door goes both ways,
Oh,
and that was done on purpose, wasn't it?
Well, we're not asking for a raise, are we?
So, is that a consensus? Make a motion, please.
make a motion for what treasurer's wages are 1703.
Second.
That includes the rest of it, or is it just?
You wanted to focus on that, so that's what I'll do.
The focus is the resolution.
Okay, so make a motion for resolution 2503, keeping the clerk treasurer at 1703, public works number 2 at $18, public works number 4 at $22. The rest should be
Basically, all made the same.
I second.
Okay, it's moved and seconded to approve resolution 2503 with position 1 at 1703, position 2 at 18, and position 4 at 22, which is no change. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, council, you have the new item D. Yeah, okay. It's a white piece of paper that says Washington State Liquor and Cannabis Board. This is come into the office for the approval for Lions Club Arena. The event dates are the 13th of June, 14th of June, from 2 p.m. to 12 p.m. Those 48 hours. Lions Club Arena.
Make a motion to approve.
Okay, moved and seconded to,
Don't they already have I don't know if they already sell alcohol there,
They have to get
but I know they have
a
a
permit each year.
They do have, okay, so it's, I'm just.
Yeah, they always have to get a permit every year to cover it.
it's just like the parade has to have a permit every year for the chamber.
Close the room.
Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong. It's been moved and seconded to approve the permit license application, for Lions Club Derby Weekend. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, that will be sent. Thank you. Done. New business. Council, you have a building permit for 14 North St. Clair. It has been cleaning up, nice progress. Right now you can see the ground. The vehicles that are still there are been promised that it's being worked on for scrap. It's just slow in process. Yeah. Okay.
I'm just confused as to why this made it to us. School Modular is manufacturing, it's a mobile home. They're moved in on wheels, they're not a home, and or to be, a mobile home has to be within 10 years of being new, and 1997 is not.
All it is the walls. He is going to revamp it, update it, put it to current code for actual living. It is not a mobile home. That's why it's scratched out mobile home information. And yes, you are right. The year is 97. Louise has all the documents if you wish to have that. This was just so that it could go one to the next step with the county building and planning to see if that would work. So if the problem is with this year, because the year of the actual building, the frame, is the 97, but he's going to update it to all current code, all current living. He's going to put in walls. It's just one big classroom, just like this. This building here. And he's going to put in walls, put in the wiring, put in the bathrooms, put in the kitchens.
Are you failing to see the square footage? Where is it? Oh,
28 by 36. So I told him to fill out this part and then see what the next step is, maybe or may not be.
What is our minimum square footage?
648 is what that.
840, whatever.
What is it?
It's double. 840 square feet.
So this one, 28 by 36 is 648.
Is that what you came out to be? I got 1,008. This is 28 wide.
That's area, it's over 1,000 square feet.
Yeah. Your length by width.
Should be done as a length of the inspection and all that.
They have to, yeah.
That's what pulls up. when
So
you pull apart.
any questions or issues that you want me to relay to him, I will do so.
A school module is a mobile home. That's how they get it there. It's on its own wheels, and then they take them off and set it in the building. It's still a mobile home. Does it go against our module?
Is it gonna have a foundation?
No, there is no foundation. It's gonna be on blocks, just like what you're saying. But my brain goes to a manufactured home, a mobile home. It's all set up, ready to move in. It's got the front door, got the living room, got the bedroom, got all that stuff. So
What makes it a mobile home is the wheels underneath it.
Modular structure, because they have offices that are on wheels. There are other construction sites that are 2 6 going on there.
Manufactured as a
8 times 6 is 40.
Does he have any pictures of it?
Mobile in the day.
the tags.
Is there a time frame that this is going to be done?
He has to know by the end of June.
No, I mean for him to build it, to complete the work on it.
Oh, that part, I would imagine, the way he works, he's concentrating on that because he wants to get done
Wants to
with
move
that.
in there.
No, he lives in the park house.
Oh, okay.
He's revamping that house as well as across the tracks on St. Clair, tearing that down.
One thing I hold back on is because it's mobile home, that's what they were made as, to use at school, it's that old, which doesn't go along with our guidelines.
Okay, so I will get back with him to say that it is too old. Our guidelines are 10 years for younger.
Has he already purchased this?
No, it's, he's waiting on you.
Nothing for it.
Unless he has something, paperwork wise or something, tell me that it's not and not built like a manufactured home. But the age,
Okay,
sorry.
no, I told him, I said, this, you're treading on the timeline here. So age and, how do you want me to ask him?
Type of building.
Okay. Okay, all right, I will do that. Okay, said and done? Okay. Who said what? Oh. Mayor's report is next. I have 2025 water main line and roadway improvements. In other words, the Quail Loop project has begun with C&E moving in equipment today.
Saw the signs.
The John Wayne Trail Riders will be in Lynn this coming weekend. Not this last week, this coming weekend. So that's pretty much, we all know that Derby is in 2 weeks, 2 weekends, cleaning up, all that stuff. Return to the agenda for the finances. Anna and Jamie reviewed the bills this morning. Does anybody else have any questions?
What was Huber Technology?
That is at the sewer plant. That is the auger that takes all those flushable wipes out of the system. They are flushable, but they are not degradable.
We have people flush puppy training. Eyes nothing nuts.
What do you have? Or the management, they start showing up Friday.
I have it written down.
Oh, okay.
Or Friday, I have it written down Friday.
Okay, any other questions on the finance?
All right, any other questions on the warrant check register? Oh, I'm recording on the other.
Warrant register first.
Okay, I got it. No, I didn't see.
Okay, so I move to approve warrant check register dated May 13th, 2025 to May 26th, 2025 in the amount of $55,374.75.
It's moved and seconded to approve the warrant check register dating May 13th to May 26th of 2025. The dollar amount, $55,374.75. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
And any opposed? Motion carries. Now, the pending. You have the latest,
I was
council.
letting you do the pending first. Okay, so you have the pending invoices and today, the bottom three were added. It is different than the one that you originally received.
Sure, Jeremiah.
They were all on.
Okay, so I move to approve the May 27th, 2025 pending invoices for a total of $11,846.00.
Moved and seconded to approve the pending invoices dated May 27th of 2025, dollar amount of $11,846 even. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And any opposed?
Hey,
Motion carries. Okay, Jeremiah, you're up. Oh, got nothing to say. Okay, Anna. I don't think I do either. Okay, Jim?
Nope.
Okay, now it's your turn.
Just want to remind everybody of the parade coming up during Derby weekend. The kiddie parade starts at 10:45 and then the main parade starts at 11. To be in the parade, either of them, you have to sign a release form, so go to the registration desk at either the children's area or down at the swimming pool, and you can put in a car or whatever you'd like to come in the parade. No, I think I'm good. Just want to remind everybody. Oh, she's looking at you.
I know.
I was like, she's staring at me.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Okay, moved and seconded to adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, motion carries.
8 o'clock.
Back on January 28th.
And on top,
We're trying to figure out where it's getting built. Sorry? You're right. You're right.